What you been telling me about Cunha, bro?
He's got unique qualities. I can't lie. He's immediately, if he signs for Arsenal, he's the best in the league. He's got unique qualities that I don't think anyone else in the Premier League has, man. Like, he's versatile. He's in a relegation battle and he's got that showmanship. He's exactly what we need, man. Bring him. I don't believe it's going to happen, though.
Yeah, me neither. But you know what I mean? It's one of them ones where he's an Arteta player, innit? Arteta loves a Swiss Army knife. You know them ones, them players.
The vibes, man.
No positions on the pitch, Brad.
We don't do that. We're fluid. Everyone can do everything. Centre mid's playing left back. We do this thing, man. Your manager could learn a thing or two, man.
Nah, bro. This is what it is, bro. So like, I can see the angle. I can't see it happening. Though. You know what I mean? It's the bro. Listen. After you man paid 100 million for your guy Declan, bro, that man gonna want some serious money from you, lot.
Oh, come to us. We got bread, man. 100. We owe West Ham some peas, man. Might even spin the block for Kudus, man. We need to, man. Obviously, on a serious note, you and I both know January is peak. Wolves are in a relegation race. Obviously, Saka's injury makes it even worse. It's like Arsenal have to. When you look at the Cunhas and Kuduses and all these guys. For me, bro, it's put the money down. If you're not going to put the money down, find lesser profiles in it that are more affordable. But come the end of the window, we need to have an attacker. Even with Bukayo Saka, it's looking bleak for trophies. So without him, boy, have to act, man. Should have acted in the summer, really, but we're here now.
Yeah, this is what I'm saying, bro. Like, obviously, if you had to strengthen, where would you say that you actually need to strengthen?
In general or now?
Now, in January, if you're going to do any business.
Now it has to be somebody that can play on the right hand side, a versatile winger kind of thing, innit? With Saka's injury, you have to act there, man. Like, we needed that. Even with everybody fit and we disregard injuries, you needed someone that could compete or deputize for him. I know Ethan's done well and stepped up. We've got a couple other options, but that has to be the priority in January. Like, obviously, prior to that, probably would have hoped for a striker. Whether you can get that or not's another thing. Would have loved that 8. That's a very different midfielder, but it has to be inside forward, bro. Like, there's no other way around it. It has to be that. Has to.
What kind of 8? Because what is Merino then, and what is Rice? Like,
Rants lad, man. They're not really 8s, bro. They're not. You know what I'm talking about. The Cesc Fabregases, the Santi Cazorlas.
I know, but bro, but I'm saying, if they're not that, then why is your manager buying them for that?
My manager, you know what? Because they've got unique qualities. He sees them in training. He knows about their versatility and their dynamism and all those sort of things. Like, I'm just a normal YouTuber, innit? So I can't understand the way Mikel Arteta understands football. But to me, I think we've got too many similar profiles in the middle of the park. Obviously, you could say Ødegaard, Ethan, Lewis Skelly, but they're not going to be playing in the pivot. I just think Merino's a bit too similar to Declan Rice. I hear you. I'm not really a fan of playing 6s as 8s and all of that. I just want someone whose strengths are in the middle and final third, bro. A midfield. When you think of a midfielder and you think breaking lines and that on a consistent basis, I don't think we have that. That's what I think we're missing.
Into the pivot, Brad, because this guy ain't no 10. I don't know who man's trying to fool. You know the ones. Ødegaard, he ain't no 10.
He's waving now. He's 8.5. He's 10. He's everything. He's waving. He's waving.
8, blood. Like, this brother ain't no 10, man.
He is. I haven't seen a player play that role like him. In my opinion, he's got the most difficult job, not only in this Arsenal team, but in the Premier League. My guy, like, he leads the press. He drops deep. There's very few players that can do what Ødegaard does. Like, I don't want to overrate him, but I haven't seen a player like this since Mesut Ozil at the Emirates, man.
Hey, come on, man. What does he do? Man said he can't do what he does, bro. This guy just keeps the ball, bro. But that's for players further back.
No, but that's an underappreciated skill. You look at Bruno. You would love someone who keeps the ball, bro.
I agree, but the thing is, the areas that Bruno gets into, yeah, like when Ødegaard gets into them areas, bro, like he's not even he's not threatening, bro. You know what it is.
You have to watch when you watch the game, you don't necessarily see Martin Ødegaard. You have to watch the game without the ball. The spaces he takes up. He's a facilitator.
Watching the game and that. Yeah, exactly. Facilitators are not 10s, bro.
Nah, he is. He facilitates the creativity. He does everything. Ødegaard does it all, man.
10s are not facilitators. Like,
yeah, he's creative, man. He's mad creative.
10s are the system, yeah. The 10s have to be the system.
He is the system, man. He's the lighthouse, man.
Bro, he's not the system.
Ødegaard's not Arsenal system. If you remove Martin, Ødegaard is the most important player in Mikel Arteta's system.
Brother, you don't create with or without him.
That's on Mikel Arteta. We do create. You see us from open play.
Your system is Bukayo Saka, really. If we're like,
nah. It's Ødegaard, bro. Ødegaard leads the press. He pulls out to the right hand side. He drops and receives it off the centre backs. I agree with you in that. In general, yeah, I think I would like to see Ødegaard playing that pivot because I think you would lose that kind of partnership with Bukayo Saka, but I think the team would benefit from that. This is why I think we need an 8, bro, because when we had Granit Xhaka, Partey and Martin Ødegaard, what was it? 2022, 23. Naturally, you've played football, bro. You know, if you've got another attacker, man, it allows you to stay further forward. We don't have that. Like, it's either Mikel Arteta hasn't replaced Granit Xhaka, so I look at it as that you're not trying to find a like for like. You know,
but he doesn't want to replace Granit Xhaka.
This is where my problem is. So
Xhaka if you're not, and he went in and got Havertz, and then Havertz didn't work. Now Havertz is a striker, but Havertz was meant to be Xhaka's replacement.
This is what I'm saying. This is my issue. It's like if you're not finding someone that realistically is an upgrade on Xhaka and is kind of a similar player, you're trying something different in it. And as you said, you've had Havertz, Rice has gone in there. You know, Merino. We've done a couple other things. It ain't worked. Like, we need somebody whose strengths are just receiving the ball off the centre halves, playing it to the more progressive men, because I do think our attackers, whoever they are, would benefit a lot more, man. I really do think we need an 8. And that would have been, to go back to what you said earlier, like, if there was no injuries and whatnot, I would have said an 8 would have been my priority, or a striker. But as you know, signing a striker in January, or the profile we would want, it's a myth. It's even difficult in the summer.
No, 100%. Like, when you're looking at this team, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I think Ødegaard's your 8. Merino, whatever, bro.
Double M, he's bossy, he's wavy.
He was a waste of money. He don't do nothing.
Nah, he went.
Bro, he's not better than Jorginho, blood. Like, he was a wasted signing.
Many people ain't better than Jorginho. He wasn't a waste of money.
If you've got Partey, Jorginho and Rice, why did you need Merino as well, blood?
2 of them 3 probably going to leave. And no, I think Merino's biggest issue is not actually him. I think, had we have signed this 8 that I'm talking about and Merino as a secondary option, would have looked at it differently. That's where I'm looking at Mikel Arteta, because realistically, Mikel Merino's just a squad player. You're just a squad player. But this is the thing we do. We take squad players and try and make them regulars. And then we're surprised that they'll show good bits of form, worse bits of form. Ultimately, we won't get over the line, man. Like, we need that. Like, Merino's a squad player, man. Like, there's nothing beyond that. I do think some Arsenal fans do too much with Mikel Merino, purely because you know how you've got them ITKs that know every footballer under the planet. They said he's going to change our world. Where realistically, if you look at Mikel Merino, his strengths are winning the ball back, all the workhorse kind of thing, really. And that's my issue with Arteta, in that I get it. You want him to run in behind. You want him to win duels further up the pitch, a bit like Declan Rice. But at the end of the day, his strengths are not breaking down, you know, low blocks and passing the ball and doing all of that. So we're always going to have this question, man. Until we address that 8, I'm really pessimistic beyond the obvious as to where we can go.
But your manager's tried to address it multiple times. When do you get to the point where you're just like, yo, your manager's talent ID or the players that he wants are just not good enough, bro? Because how many times do you have to be replacing the replacements, bro?
He just needs to find an upgrade, man. I do think we needed a midfielder. Merino's an issue in that regards. I think he's a squad player. He's not necessarily a difference maker. I guess Arteta has missed at times, but I think his talent ID's been all right, man. He's missed a lot of the time, but he's also struck big, man. You know, Martin Ødegaard. You know, there's many a player there, man. David Raya, Aaron Ramsdale did all right for us. Obviously, Gabriel, bare left backs, bare right backs. Super Mikel Arteta, corner boys in the building, Rants, man. We're there, man.
Crazy, bro.
We're there, man.
This is crazy.
Smash the like button, people.
I can't believe this. You know what I mean? I can't believe this, bro. Like, brother, this is mad. Like, you see what happens? Yeah, you see Jesus revitalized now. Everyone's going on like everything's sweet, bro.
Former temporary class is permanent, boy. See what's going on.
Gabriel Jesus, yeah, on the whole for Arsenal, for what you bought him for, yeah, has been a letdown.
He changed our world.
He's been a letdown.
How? When we signed him,
it's been a letdown.
How?
Havertz, yeah, was bought as a midfielder.
We signed all these players with this experience and we became title challengers.
To save face, my man's turned him into a striker, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree with. He failed upwards with Kai Havertz.
But there you go, bro. And then the Merino thing, yeah, Merino's not better than Jorginho. I don't know. I don't know if we could say that Jorginho was a failure or not. Do you know what I mean?
Nah, he's definitely not a failure. He's done what he was brought for. I wouldn't say he's a flop. Jesus,
what was he bought for? What was Jorginho?
Jorginho's just there to, realistically, you're there to be a squad player. When you've come in, you've done quite well. As Merino should, as for me, Mikel Merino should be, rather than we're looking at you to change things. We should have got that game changer. Like, if you named Arsenal's strongest 11, yeah, without injuries and all of that jazz, and you looked at our midfield, for me personally, it would probably at this moment in time be Declan Rice, Martin Ødegaard, and Thomas Partey. If you're not signing a midfielder that is better than that,
midfield, but that's the same midfield that was there 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're not going to sign a midfielder in the summer that is going to take either Rice's place or realistically Thomas Partey's or provide genuine competition, like you're buying two, that's my issue. If you got that midfielder I'm seeking of, and you got Merino and he's in and about the squad, I'm cool with that. But that's where we,
so why do you keep buying for the bench? That's what I'm asking, because
we've got one of the smallest squads. You said you look at the
first. Exactly, but why buy for the bench? What you do is you buy for the starting.
How do you get a bigger squad, bro?
You buy for the starting 11, and then you put the starting 11 brothers on the bench. You don't buy for
that's what bench. Indirectly I want to happen with signing that better midfielder. But then when you look at it, realistically, Jorginho's probably going to cut, Partey's going to cut. Obviously, Declan Rice is there. You've got Merino. You need another midfielder, bro. And I don't think it's realistic. As much as I'd actually want two midfielders, but I don't think it's realistic with everybody on the books. I don't think it is. And that's where Mikel Arteta and Arsenal, I feel it's a thing where it's like we've left our houses, went into the rain, and we're complaining we're wet in a sense of we haven't addressed the midfield. We obviously haven't got a striker. Arsenal fans, we've spoken about what happens if Ødegaard, Ben White, Saka, all of these guys get injured, and we're seeing it all play out. And I think our frustration is, what have we played, like 18, 19 games so far this season? All of these issues, I don't think any of us Arsenal fans, or if you did, you was living under a rock, found out about this season. Like, you look at our summer, bro, you scrambled for Neto and Sterling. You didn't get the striker. We tried and all of that jazz. That's not a summer that makes you think, raw, really, we finished 2 points off City. We're going to fight for stuff. We're winging it. Like, what? Last game and the game before that, we had one attacker on the bench, you know. It's dead, man. It's dead.
Yeah, but you see when you say two midfielders, yeah? So you're talking about one for the starting 11 and one for the bench, right?
Yeah. That game changer number 8 and the Merino.
Bench anyway.
Huh?
But you've been buying players for the bench anyway. This is what I don't understand. Like when you look at this Arsenal team, if I look at this Arsenal team right now, objectively, you need a left winger because Martinelli's not good enough.
Nah, he's cold. He's back. He's cold.
He's not good enough. You need a left winger. He's cold. Brazil, you need a left winger. You need a striker because Havertz ain't good enough. Do you know what I mean? Unless Jesus wants to play left wing, but then he can't stay fit anyway, so you can't rely on him.
He's back. He's back. My Brazilian boys
were back, man. You need a left winger. You need a striker. You need a midfielder. Those are the three that you need in the starting 11.
Unpopular opinion, another defender wouldn't go amiss. That's just me
as well.
Personally.
But I'm talking about in terms of going.
Yeah, no. Evidently, those three, those three into the starting 11. You're right.
I don't support your team, and I know this, but Arteta don't know that.
Arteta knows this, man.
I know he's looking at a Swiss Army knife like Cunha. Cunha's not one of those positions. He's not a left winger.
You got to be able to play multiple positions in today's day and age, man. You got to be versatile, man. Different horses for different courses, man. You know, there's, as Arteta said, there's starters and there's finishers or impactors.
They're not gonna win you nothing. Them jack of all trades. Bro.
What is winning? This Rants, we always go through this. What is winning? What is winning, bro? No, bro, seriously, what is winning? What is winning? Because I'm seeing someone like Gabriel Jesus that's been stinking up the place for over a year, hasn't let his head drop, has turned his form around. For me, that's winning. Winning is going to sleep, waking up, no matter how bad your situation is, and having the desire to be better than you was yesterday, man.
This is mental. You know what I mean? This is mental. I'll be honest. Like, you, man, you need specialists now. You're at the point where you finish 100%. Second in the league twice.
I don't look at the league table. That's news to me.
You need players that you know what you're going to get from them when you put them where you put them. You can't sign a player Cunha, and then try a thing up front. You don't know how it's going to go.
No, that's not Rants. If I see him play up front, I'm not on that.
He's not a striker.
I'm not on that. I'm not on the Cunha up front thing, man. Like, that's where I agree with you in that. Don't get twisted. I'm having Cunha. He's probably better than everyone, Barbie up Bukayo Saka. He's obviously can play in a number of positions, Premier League proven, all of that jazz. But I agree with you in that. Bro, are you a specialist? Because realistically, if we name everyone, you're probably going to play on the left-hand side. We can do a thing with you up front here and there, but that's where I agree in that. I hear it. In the modern day, you have to be able to play in a couple of roles. And there's very few players at Arsenal that play only one position. But we do need that specialist number 8. We do need that striker. And we do need that winger. I agree with you. We need players that just answer the questions, man. That's what we don't have.
This is the problem. You keep bringing in man. And if anything, they're throwing up more questions.